My bad. I totally forgot. I forgot that all went down. God. Gotta be careful out here with these movie clips. Jeezy Pete. Gotta be careful with these movie clips. Let me go to my other channel and delete that shit. Holy cow. Y'all be careful out here. Y'all be careful out here. Let me delete that shit. Delete. That's going to Patreon. That's going straight to Patreon. Oh my God. What the fuck? I totally forgot about that. Hey. Yeah, right. I haven't seen that movie in forever. My bad, y'all. Come on, y'all know me. My bad. Damn it, man. Damn it. Holy cow. That is straight Patreon just because. Oh my God. Grande. Let me redo this again. Okay, what was my other Sydney Star? See, I'm going down these rabbit holes, stuff. Terrible. What was the other one? What was the other topic? Ariana Grande, Sydney Star. I forget the other topic. Yeah, next topic. Holy cow. My bad, y'all. I hadn't seen that movie in forever. Sydney Star. What was the other topic I had? Oh, I know, California politics. Okay. Come on back, y'all. It's safe now. Yeah, thank you, Stacy Galore. she sure did. Whereas, yo, I haven't seen that movie in 30 years. I haven't seen that movie in 30 years. I just remember the reveal, and I just like, oh, I didn't know that. God damn it. Oh my goodness. Hey, Lo siento, y'all. Lo siento. Let me do California. God damn it. That will go straight to Patreon. Just on GP. Okay, now it's gonna be light and airy moving forward. I promise. Okay. Dun, dun. Save that. Copy. Fucking yeah, y'all. Stacy Galore. I'll get you. I'll get you one day. Hey, yikes. Okay. Now let me set this title up and then we'll get back to a family-friendly show. Yes? Whatever that means these days. Okay. Jeezy Pete. Okay. And we'll just do Ariana Grande. We'll just leave it at that. Matter of fact, okay, so while I got you guys here, where's my Patreon at? Let me go ahead and just upload it to Patreon. Since I got y'all here, I'm about to just go ahead and get it done. That way I ain't gotta forget it. I ain't gotta remember. And it's already done. I apologize, guys. Just I forgot that entire scene. Like I remember part of the reveal, but I didn't realize it was like full frontal. I was like, oh no. And that was halfway through the movie. I was like, oh no. and YouTube removed my video about David Johnson's early gay roles in the industry. So I guess I'll redo it and just chop it up even more. I'll redo that video again because I'm seeing a lot of people complain that we're complaining about the casting, which I don't understand. That makes no sense to me either. So you're mad at urban folk for complaining about a casting. And then their argument is, well, y'all didn't complain 10 years prior. Well, 10 years prior, it wasn't a thing to complain about. Now it's just so egregious. It's all in your face. I would hope you say something. And my whole defense to everybody that has an issue with us complaining, it's an American product supported by American money. There it is there. There it is there. So let me find it. When I'm hearing the whole, well, they go down everyone, all the other cast members, what their ethnicity is. I'm like, okay, that's cool. At the end of the day, Africans accounted for less than 10% of the total worldwide gross. Okay, that's non-factor money when it's $10 million compared to overall take-in of $1.3 billion. It's a non-factor, respectfully. Okay, let me find it. Was this it? Okay, that's it. Okay. All right, hold on, y'all. Let's go on Patreon right now. This is going to... I'm not selling this. What is this? No, I don't want to sell it. Okay. All right, so that's uploading. Okay, cool. Now I can get back to us. Let me check out in chat. Okay. For falling on the sword for man, listen, Stacy, you owe me, goddamn. I don't know how we gonna figure this out, but you owe me. Hi. Jay Davison now full of tattoos and wait, who's Jay Davison? I don't know who that is. Okay. Yeah, let's pick a nice, safe topic. Yikes. You know what I could do? Okay, let me go through some clips because I haven't gone through clips in a minute. Okay, let me get this out the way. Get that out the way. Let me get this out the way. Okay. What clips do I got? Let's go here. This was dope. Kanye. This was dope. Right now, Kanye, hands down, is the version of Michael Jackson. I mean, he's don't get me wrong, he's not Michael Jackson. He's the closest thing we have to him.
Like we always do it this time. I go for mine. I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I go for mine. I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I'ma get on this TV, mama. I'ma push it down.
I love it. Kanye's really, he's doing what Michael and Prince couldn't do in a weird way. Somehow Kanye is able to do what Michael and Prince could not do, which is, and when you really think about it, it's wild. It's really wild. So yeah, so see here, YouTube took my video down. Meet your new Black Panther. They took it down. It said it had nudity in the first second of the video, which there was none. They were holding hands in the elevator. This is what we deal with, you know. So I'm gonna re-chop it up again, and I'll repost it. You know, because now people are starting to slowly be like, "Oh no, this ain't the guy." Acting ability is one thing, but what are you promoting? You know, what's the message behind why you're being pushed? Okay. All right. And it's okay to disagree. You know, we don't live in echo chambers, and you know, everybody's not sycophants like that. Okay, Spider-Man as of right now sitting at $927 million, literally in 4 days. In 4 effing days. This movie has made more money than James Gunn's entire DCU run. Insane. The Odyssey is sitting at $911 million. I didn't think it was going to hit a billy. I thought it was going to stop at 850. That's crazy. I think the haters did not help their point. They didn't help their cause. You just caused more people to want to go see this. This is the Sinners effect. To me, this is the Sinners effect, because had Variety not said what they said about Sinners in that first week, they're not doing no stupid ass numbers, right? So the more that Nerdrotic and those guys kept complaining, and then the more people were like, no, this was a good movie. I don't know what you're talking about. And they still won't take the L. So it's tracking towards 1.5 billion. Spidey might end up with 2 billion. Toy Story 5 is at 1.06 billion. Minions and Monsters, not too good, 427 million. Moana is at $261 million. That's not good. That's not good. Not good at all. The Invite. This is his 6th week. Domestically, about $23 million against a $12 million budget. Okay. I hate that this movie didn't do better. Evil Dead Burn, I loved that. I loved it. $66 million on a $20 million budget. Okay. But yeah, man, Spidey kicking ass. Now, what you think Doomsday gonna do? Listen, I would not be surprised if Doomsday hits $1 billion in a weekend. No such thing as comic book fatigue. It's bad comic book movie fatigue. Marvel is just whooping ass. But you got to give credit to Sony, though. This is a Sony film, first and foremost. Right? But Doomsday will definitely hit $1 billion in that first weekend. Jeez, I'm excited. I'm not even a Marvel fan, but I'm excited for these numbers when they come out. Okay. I'm excited. Okay, what else we got? Hey, let's go here. DDG dropped some major, gave some good advice. Let's go here. Pay attention.
One have to do to accumulate $300,000 in 1 month of content?
I mean, it's based off of your live concurrent viewers.
Okay.
It's based
Can
off
you
of
explain that?
Like how many people watching you at once.
Okay.
I always tell people, they be like, how many viewers I gotta have to make this much? If you can average 2,000 to 3,000 people every time you stream, you can make 6 figures a month. All you need is 2,000, 3,000 people.
Why that number though?
because like it's ads that run. So when the ads run on them 3,000 people, if you live for, let's just say, 250 hours for the month or some shit like that,
Okay.
you can make 100.
Now, when you stream, do you multicast, or do you just pick one specific platform to stream off of?
I do multi-streaming now. I used to just do Twitch, but now I stream. When I stream, it's on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch.
YouTube, Kick, Twitch. You don't do TikTok? Is it a reason why?
They too particular. Like,
Oh yeah, I can't.
I be
smoke.
smoking weed and shit.
yeah,
Like, you know, if I do that on TikTok, they'll ban me.
Yeah. What would you say is your time that you aim for?
4 hour minimum
Who? 4 hours?
or more. While I've been on tour, I've been doing like anywhere between 4 and 13 hours.
What's the setup like? Like, do you?
You see the wheels starting to turn in Cam's head. Like he's like, I've been doing this wrong all the time. I've been doing it wrong this whole time. Like he's like, I'm gonna get away from pre-records and just do streaming. He could do both. But unless you have a heavy online presence, everybody's not gonna get 2,000, 3,000 in your lives like that. You got to be somebody. Cam can do it. I think Cam can do it if he does it enough. But I don't think Cam is going to do what DDG does as far as the antics and the wild stuff. Same thing with Adrian Broner and his homeboy. They get stupid numbers, but look at all the dumb shit they got to do though. You know, so I guess it's a how far you willing to take it. You know, but he's spot on. But everybody can't pull 2,000, 3,000 consistently in a stream like that.
Real. So it's like vlogging.
Yeah.
But it's like through this backpack. It's this backpack I
That
got.
you control or somebody always walking around with? Like, what's your team?
The Asian dude right there. He hold the camera.
You do all the.
Yeah, so he like hold the camera and make sure the backpack is charged and stuff. So the backpack is called a TVU, right? So it's like a bunch of cell phones. It's like 6 different cell phone signals in one. So let's just say AT&T not good in this area. T-Mobile will kick up, or Verizon, or whatever else, right? And if you go out the country, it adapts to whatever local cell phone services is in that country.
So you got a AT&T, T-Mobile, Boost Mobile, Metro, PCS.
It's a backpack that got all of the cell phone services in one. It's like 6 SIM cards you put in there.
What does
Brilliant. But not everybody can do that. You just literally see the wheels. Cam's like, what? I didn't all this time? Yeah, bruh. DG been getting it in. And the funny thing is, he's worth more than his baby mama. And his baby mama's a movie star. Yeah? Okay, who said, wait, let me get to y'all comments. I'm sorry. Yo, get the likes up. Found your channel a few days ago. Shout out to you. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. I hopefully you're entertained and enlightened at the same time as well, because it gets crazy over that. Listen, I do apologize. I have no beef with Keisha. There are times when I enjoy Keisha. Keisha's been good to me. Keisha has done some foul things to me, but I don't harp on that. Keisha is Keisha, what she does. I accept Keisha for who she is. All right, let's keep it going. What is this? Do I want to do that? 20 minutes in? No, I don't want to do that. Do I want to do this? Okay, what is this? What clip is this? Nope, already did this. Don't care about that. Do we care about Tuskegee and its dress code? Do we care? Is that a big deal to y'all? Some of y'all? I'm just curious. Is this a big deal? Apparently it is. So Tuskegee's like, no do-rags and bonnets. Tuskegee President Dr. Mark Brown outlined the expectations in a message to parents of incoming students. Students are also expected to bring business attire and appropriate shoes for professional meetings and other formal occasions. Okay, that should already be understood. I don't know how these kids go to college, but it was no different when I went to college. Like certain times of the quarter, you had certain events that you knew that you had to be spiffy for. So I'm not understand why is this a big man, come on, man. I don't want to be that person that says these things, but you don't have these problems at a PWI. They're not having these discussions at a PWI. Matter of fact, look what Rice University has done again. Look what Rice University has done again. You're not having these problems at a PWI. Fight your mama on it.
Rice University is expanding its free tuition program.
I know families are listening to this today. The school announcing the Rice Investment Program will.
I would never send my child to an HBCU. Go fight your mama. I would never waste my child's time and send her to an HBCU. Go fight your mama.
Allow students whose families earn up to $200,000 a year to become eligible for free tuition.
Troy Celeste joins us live at Rice University with more details. Troy, parents are listening.
Yeah, Mia, they are, and Rice University staff are listening to those parents. Staff here tell me that about 45% of students here qualify for need-based aid, and I spoke to some students who say that they became successful because of this program. We did some comparing to similar programs at other Texas schools and found some differences. At Rice University's campus, crowds are slim at the end of summer, while graduates still enjoy what they do. Isabella Soto from Brownsville graduated in May and now works in Houston at HP as an engineer.
I always had a really big interest for engineering, did various robotics clubs there. And so when I was applying to schools, I was really interested in Rice and A&M.
The Rice Investment Program paid for her way through college. That program is changing in fall 2027 to allow student families making between $100,000 and $200,000 a year to receive free tuition. Students from families earning less than $100,000 can get full coverage for tuition.
The point I'm trying to make is PWIs are not having announcements from their presidents about do-rags and bonnets. PWIs are not putting their kids in shipping containers. Do you understand? But slide, come on, Trump, cut the funding. That's not okay. And find a way. All you black folk that say y'all got money, will start giving back to the HBCU that you love and support, that you brag about so much. Okay, PWIs are not having these problems. But let's continue.
Fees and room and board.
Affordability and the cost of higher education remains often a number one or number two concern for families.
Paul Negrete is executive director of University Financial Aid at Rice and says there's a ripple effect for students who benefit.
The Rice investment, about 26% of our students would graduate with loan debt, and we're down to now about 12%.
We compared Rice's program to other Texas schools. The information is straight from their websites. The University of Houston's program provides tuition support for families with incomes between $65,000 and $125,000. UT Austin's Advanced Commitment also provides.
PWIs are not unenrolling kids with past due balances right before school starts. We're not having these problems at PWIs. To me, it's not even an argument. You send your child to where you think is best. I will send my child to the best. There's a difference. You send your child to what you think is best. I will send my child to the best. We're not the same. We're not the same. Let's continue.
It's tuition support for incomes of up to $125,000. SMU in Dallas has a program offering support to families making $100,000 or less. Soto says without those programs, people like her may have a harder time finding a path to a career.
That's a lot of money and can really, wherever you go to college, can really change your life.
The Rice.
Y'all be on these microphones talking about college is a scam. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. Don't send your kids to college. Okay, then don't. Do what you think is best for your child. Okay, it's Really just that simple. Meanwhile, I gotta cover stories about, bonnets and do-rags and shit. Okay? This is the level of expectations that, hey, isn't Morehouse still telling the black men stop wearing the dresses and the purses and shit? Right, let's go. I forgot. Morehouse tells men to stop wearing, what is it, heels and purses or whatever. Like, this is what are you talking about, man? Man, don't come here talking about that PWI 80%. I don't care about your numbers. I hear you, but no, we don't care.
In regard to professionalism and also how to navigate the real world. Going to a HBCU saved my life in regard to professionalism and also how to navigate the real world. Going to Morehouse really helped me to understand that when I walk into a space, I know I deserve to be in that space. The biggest, and I would dare say most important aspect of going to a HBCU is the confidence that you gain from it. Going to a HBCU helped me to exude this level of confidence that I don't necessarily think I would have.
See, I'm not a hater. I'll show both sides of it. I'm not a hater. But this was back in 2009. This was back in 2009. 2009. Bands wearing hats in buildings, pajamas in public, do-rags, sagging pants, sunglasses in class, and walking barefoot on campus. Who does that? However, it is the ban on cross-dressing that has brought national attention to the small, historically African-American college. We're not having these discussions at PWIs. So yes, please send your kids to the gay farms, because that's what an HBCU is at this point. Gay farms. Send them down there. Go ahead, be my guest. The dress wearing ban is aimed at a small part of the private college's 2,700 member student body. We're talking about 5 students who are living a gay lifestyle that is leading them to dress a way we do not expect in Morehouse men. There has been positive response along with some criticism throughout the campus. Look at this. Senior Devin Watson says he disagrees with parts of the new policies, especially those that tell students what they should wear in free time outside of classroom. I feel that there will be a lot of resentment and backlash. It infringes on the students' freedom of expression. I matriculated successfully for 3.5 years dressing, so how is this a problem? We're not having these discussions at PWIs. What is wrong with y'all? Is there a cross-dressing epidemic at a PWI that I'm not aware of? Please let me know. I'll cover it. Look at this shit. An appropriate attire policy that explicitly bans students from wearing women's clothing, including dresses, pumps, tunics, and purses. Get the fuck out of here with this. Get out of here. This is the dumbest thing ever. Yeah, don't come to me with that HBCU shit. Let's see what she's talking about. We're talking about do-rags and bonnets.
On Tuskegee's bonnet policy. Then one conversation. So I thought I knew exactly where I stood on Tuskegee's bonnet policy. Then one conversation made me realize the issue was more complicated than I had initially thought. My first reaction... Actually, no. I'm not going to post this reel. I recorded it because I wanted to share my thoughts about the bonnet policy. Then I spoke with people who had attended HBCUs, read what HBCU graduates and students were saying, and developed a much more nuanced understanding of the situation. But I also realized that this may not be my conversation to lead. there's a history and shared culture within HBCUs that I haven't experienced. From what I've heard, this feels less like a public debate that everyone needs to weigh in on and more like a family conversation within the HBCU community. That doesn't mean the policy shouldn't be questioned or debated. It means the people closest to the experience should be centered. So instead of adding another opinion, I'm going to listen. So I thought I knew exactly where I stood on Tuskegee's bonnet policy. Then one conversation made me realize the issue was more complicated than I had initially thought. My first reaction... Actually, no.
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
going to...
This is dumb. But this is what we're having. This is the conversation y'all having at HBCUs. This is nonsense. Send your kids down there, by all means. Y'all got it, man. Y'all got it. You can do what you want with your child. Okay? Look at this. In later years, Morehouse expanded its inclusivity measures by hosting LGBT pride events, offering coursework in Black queer history, and updating its admissions in 2020 to accept transgender men while maintaining its identity. Wait, it's an all men's school, and you're taking Okay. Let's let's take a look. Yeah. So once again, explain to me again. Explain, how do you have an all male school and you're accepting? Okay. 2019, Morehouse adopted a gender identity admissions and matriculation policy allowing trans men, but they're not meant to apply and enroll, and starting in the fall of 2020, while explicitly excluding trans women and students who transition to females after admission. What? Okay. Considers undergraduate admission for applicants who live and self-identify as men, regardless of their sex assigned at birth. Enrolled students must self-identify as men throughout their time at the college. Trans women and anyone who identifies as a woman are not eligible for admission. What was that movie with Barbara Streisand, y'all, from years ago? Was it Yentl? What was the movie Barbara Streisand many moons ago, where she played a man and went to the school, the male school? What was the name of that movie called? Was it called Yentl? Yentl. Was it? Yeah, Yentl. Let's go here. What was that? What was the exact Okay. So Yentl Mendel is a woman living in Ashkenazi shtetl named Yanev in Poland. In 1904, Yentl's father, Rob Mendel, secretly instructs her in the Talmud despite the proscription of such a study by women according to the custom of her community. Yentl refuses to be married off to a man. Okay, after the death of her father, Yentl decides to cut her hair short, dress like a man, take her late brother's name and shell, and enter a yeshiva, a Jewish religious school in Bishwak, Bikawa. There she befriends a fellow student, Avigdor, and meets his fiancée, Hadass. Upon discovering that Avigdor lied about his brother's death, Hadass's family cancels the wedding over fears that Avigdor's family is tainted with insanity. Hadass's parents decide that she should marry Anshel instead, and Avigdor encourages Anshel to go ahead with the marriage so Hadass can marry someone she knows rather than a stranger for her husband. Anshel reluctantly marries Hadass so Avigdor will not leave town. The marriage remains unconsummated. Anshel claims it is a sin for a woman to give herself to a man while she loves another. Anshel starts to teach Hadass the Talmud. The Talmud, we're not talking about the Torah. This is the R-rated version where they just really lay it out how they view Goyim. But nonetheless, meanwhile, Hadass develops romantic feelings for Anshel while Yentl herself is falling in love with Avigdor. What in the hell? Yentl leaves for a trip to the city with Avigdor that will take him away from home for a few days. In their lodging in the city, Yentl finally reveals her true identity to Avigdor. At first, Avigdor does not believe his friend is a woman, but Yentl proves her womanhood by showing him her breast. When a confused Avigdor asks why she did not tell him, Yentl breaks down in his arms, showing she has revealed herself to him out of love. Avigdor is stunned, but after a moment reciprocates the feeling and remarks how beautiful Yentl's features are. So, had Yentl been a man, the two kiss, but Avigdor breaks away suddenly. Remembering Hadass, Yentl assures him their marriage is not valid. Avigdor suggests he and Yentl elope. Yentl realizes she will not be able to continue her studies if she marries Avigdor, and that she wants more from life than to be a wife. Yentl and Avigdor part ways. Oh wow, knowing they will always care for each other. It is implied that Hadass and Anshel marriage is annulled and it was never consummated. Avigdor returns to marry Hadass. In the following scene, the two are successfully reunited and reading a letter from Yentl, learning that she is going to a new place and will love them both always. Yentl leaves Europe on a boat bound for the United States. Of course, where else are you going to go? At the games we played here, where she hopes to lead a life with more freedom. With a smile on her face, Yentl finishes her story by singing, "Papa, watch me fly." Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, so we got Yentl running around. You can't do Yentl. Ew. Oh my gosh. Oh, and y'all really want to sit here and debate me on the merits
Martin
of
Luther King
HBCUs.
Jr., Jay Johnson,
You got it, man.
Spike Lee, and Samuel L. Jackson all have one thing in common. They're Morehouse men. Morehouse College is a historically black, all-male liberal arts college in Atlanta, Georgia.
The institution is the #1 producer of black men who have received their doctorates in STEM education, humanities, and arts, and is also the leading HBCU for producing black male Rhodes Scholars. Now Morehouse College is taking steps to become more inclusive. The all-male school says it will accept transgender men starting next year.
The policy change comes as the Trump administration seeks to roll back recognition for transgender individuals, slashing their protections under federal civil rights law. Joining us now via Skype is Terrence Dixon. He's the Vice President of Enrollment Management at Morehouse College. Hi, Terrence. Walk us through how this change in policy came about and what it will mean for your students.
So good morning, and thank you for having me. This change came about as a result of us having some very thoughtful conversation about how Morehouse will continue to be impactful in social and human rights space. I am excited to understand that Morehouse and we've taken a stance in a way of thinking very thoughtfully about how we accept transgender students on our campus.
I need y'all to understand. Listen to the logic that's being presented to you here. Okay? You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to be a chemical engineer. None of that. You don't have to have an IQ of 120 or above. Listen to what they're saying. We have an all-man male college, university, all-male school, all males. They're willing to accept female students that identify as male. Okay, just as long as I'm not bugging, you guys aren't bugging. Okay. So when they graduate, they're considered Morehouse men. Now, as long as they identify as a man, they can finish and go and study. And then once they graduate, then they can go back and say, okay, gotcha, nigga. Fooled ya. Now I want to go back to being a woman. Right? Okay. Oh my God. I can't. And the scary part is this makes sense to some people. I would never send my child to a school like this. Never. I'm a traditionalist. I am a male chauvinist in certain aspects and regards. But I'm a hardcore traditionalist. Okay, let's continue.
So, was there a policy in place before, or just sort of no policy at all?
There was no policy in place before. First, I want to say that Morehouse is a place that has produced leaders that have been on the forefront of leadership in social, civil, and social justice issues around the world. And so, as an alum, I am very proud to say that Morehouse is still doing those things. And as VP, I am in this moment very excited about us sticking to the traditions and our mission of being an all-men's institution that will continue to produce leaders and men that will be sentinels on the wall, if you will, for those issues around the world.
Yeah, this is definitely very proactive of you. And when I think about Morehouse, there's sort of an image that you get of a Morehouse man, right?
Yes, a man, not a woman trying to impersonate a man. And you wonder why Lucifer and all the 1/3 of angels said, I'm not bowing down to humans. And you wonder why Lucifer said, I'm good. You wonder why Lucifer said, I'm good. These humans are a mess. The worst creation ever. And you want us to bow down to this disgusting, low vibrational creation of yours. Okay.
Carries himself in a certain way, that he's an achiever, all these really positive things. I wonder what sort of, how this was received and there's such a range, from alumni, the people who you're asking to donate money, the people who are hoping to become part of your community, the students, the faculty. What's been the reaction across the board?
So this has been a 15-month journey for us, where we took a sampling of all of those constituents that you just mentioned. We took in consideration our faculty, our staff, our students, our alumni, have all given us very good feedback on this position for the college at this point. So I'm very happy to understand that our board of trustees kind of looked at that and thought this is the right time for Morehouse to take this stance.
What about your religious community on campus? Communities, plural.
So our religious communities, plural, if you would, thinking about Morehouse and our traditions, this is really a world house. A place where we are open to different types of religious denominations and beliefs. This is all about respect for each other and mankind.
Terrence, unfortunately, as we know, statistics.
Mankind. But they're. Okay. Y'all got a main. I mean, what do I know? I'm just the guy that, Nope. What do I know? I know nothing. Y'all got it, man. Y'all got it. Like I said, you send your kid, do what's best for your child, and I will do what's best for mine. Okay? I don't even know how we got on this subject. How did we even get here? Shit went left. And X out of that. I don't want that. Let's do some California politics, yes? Okay. Let's do some California politics. Okay. So what's going to happen here in California is, I believe Javier Becerra will be the next governor of California. But there's a problem. Javier Becerra is one of those uppity Mexicans. Okay? He's an uppity Mexican. What I mean by that, he's like a Canelo. Okay, he's like a Canelo, white adjacent, white coated, probably possibly a low key white supremacist. So let's go here. Okay, let's go here. Okay.
Javier Becerra, who's probably going to be the next governor of California, gave a speech talking about ignoring brick and mortar stores and going to the taco cart on the street. Now, LA, as previously discussed, is a huge problem with street vendors, illegal street vending, and people just clogging up the fucking highway and the sidewalks with vending. But again, I don't know how they're going to regulate any of this with all of the different services. If you open a business in Los Angeles, and especially a restaurant, it is so difficult to get all the licenses, all the health board stuff, all the stuff for your employees and all the insurance and all the regulatory stuff is insane. Or you can just go sell kebabs on the street out of a shopping cart and no one gives a fuck.
Don't worry, we're gonna get to what Javier said. Okay, I think I'm not gonna say it's a civil war, but you're definitely gonna have a divide, a cultural divide between uppity Mexicans and the lower class Mexicans out here. That's what's going to happen next, because they're not all in solidarity like that. Don't let these people confuse you, okay? And they may be in solidarity against us, but amongst each other, it's huge divides. But come on.
Was I talking about the tamale stand on this show? There's a tamale. Some chick selling tamales. She made tamales in her apartment in Van Nuys and just brought them to the corner of Western and whatever in front of the Chevron station. She's just selling tamales that she made at home.
I can get you pupusas around the corner from my house.
All right, just on the street. And here's what we have. We have Becerra, who's Mexican, who's kissing the ass of all his Mexican folks in California who've come here from a state that they ruined, who are now ruining this state, which is how it works with any group that ruined their state, that ruin their country. They come here in enough numbers and they don't assimilate, then they just ruin the place they arrive at.
Okay, now let me just say this. Are black folk not having the same conversation against immigrants, black immigrants? It's the same exact conversation we're having, people, just on two different fronts. White folk are like, you ruined your country. You want to flee and come here and drain our resources. We're having the same arguments. The exact same arguments. And it's funny how we all have more in common than we do our differences. And if humans were just not so just stupid and say, you know what, this bickering is nonsensical. It's not productive, right? But come on, let's continue.
So you have to think Minneapolis and Somalians, for instance, or parts of Detroit, Michigan, and Middle Eastern folks, okay? It's ruined because their culture's ruined because that's why they fled. There's a math that people need to work out. Why?
Wait. He's right, but it wasn't a white man's problem until it got to the white man's doorstep. See, when the niggas was dealing with the shit, nobody cared. It wasn't a problem. I'll let the blacks handle it. The blacks do what the blacks do or won't do. Not until they got to the white man's doorstep. Now it's break glass, sound the alarm. Okay, we got to do something. Okay, we will forever be the canary in the coal mine. But let's continue.
You flee your country. You fled your country because it's a piece of shit. That's why. Well, if you come over here and recreate your piece of shit, then you've ruined this piece of land as well. But then the politicians catch on and they realize these people are voting for me. So then they kiss the ass of those people and turn a blind eye to illegal activity and then make it worse. So here's Becerra, who's going to be the next governor, who's also dope. Sorry. He's a dumb guy, too, which is sad.
He's what we call a Canelo. He's a Canelo. He's white adjacent.
Whether you are new to our state and visiting, and we hope you do spend some money, and if you're going to buy a street taco, buy a real street taco, not something from one of these, pandering.
Yeah, street taco.
I'll leave it at that.
So he wants you to buy, and you notice an accent come out when he's ready to, the code switch. Did you see the code switch? Did you see how heavy the accent got when he's talking to his people, right? A street taco is really heavy on the T. Nonetheless, he wants you to buy a street taco from a vendor with no food license, no vendor's license, no food health administration rating, no sanitary, none of that shit. He just wants you to just go buy a regular from any old person with a motherfucking van, truck. You know, they attach the cart to the F-150 to the Dodge Ram truck and just find a parking space and bring out the speakers and the canopy and the lights and just bring out the tables and just sit there and just sell shit and blast music all night long and just make money illegally. The state doesn't get a hit of that. Not even paying state tax on that. Did you go to the health board to get certified? Can I see your food license in the window when I go up to your? No, yes. Can I see your grade rating? Was it A, B, C, D, E, F? What? None of that. Let's continue. A real street taco. Like, what is that?
Okay. All I know is that there's real food in California, and there are real street tacos, and you don't get them in some establishment that's been around for a long time. You get it on the street.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You don't get it from an establishment that's been around for a very long time. So you don't want me to go to Arsenio's that's been around for 50, 60 years, that I can go into the window and see their grade is either A, B, C. I can see the food license, the year it was established, all that good stuff. You don't want me to go to an established, legally binding that has, you know, they got food and insurance in case something goes wrong. So you want me to? Okay, Club. Thank you for the two brethren. That was my argument for over a decade. Better. And I hate it for a lot of us that were early years ago that said these things years ago to no avail. Now everyone's catching up. I get it. I that's frustrating. But let's continue. Once again, this is a white adjacent Mexican. This is a Canelo.
There are Mon Pa Mexican restaurants, Casa Vega, El Coyote. These are landmarks.
Salsa and Beer just opened 3 new locations in North Hollywood.
They've been there for 1,000,000 years, and they're family run.
Paying
Paying taxes and lots of fucking taxes. And employing a lot of people. And you guys are on the fucking street making street tacos illegally, not paying taxes, not employing anybody.
Yeah, I can go right next to the Smart and Final and get fajitas because it's right there on the sidewalk. It's disgusting.
He's endorsing explosive diarrhea.
Why are you siding with the illegals, you fucking retard? All right, but let's hear it out.
Who's been making it for a long time in his little cart. Yeah.
All right, hold on. Go back. That's it. He's been making it for a long time in his cart.
Go back. And you don't get them in some establishment that's been around for a long time. You get it on the street from the guy who's been making it for a long time in his little cart. Yeah.
People clapping.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to defend everyone from that man and woman who make that street taco.
Defend them. They're illegal.
To the people who we call dreamers.
Okay.
To the people who have been fortunate to reach a point where they represent those vendors and those dreamers and need to be supported to make the big decisions.
So himself?
What the fuck is he talking about? Listen, if you turn California into Mexico, then California will be a piece of shit, and then everyone will have to flee, just like they fled Mexico. So I don't know why that's your plan, but who is he? What is this?
Okay, I'll leave it at that. It's all good when it's just a black problem, right? It's only when it only affects the blacks. And, you know, I get it. Okay. All right. Hey, the bills come due, man. I'm here for it. The tacos be fine. I wouldn't know because the last time I tried to get something like from a street vendor, I was down in Hollywood and looking for oxtails. And it was Jamaican. And guess what happened? They were out of oxtails. I will never, ever approach a Jamaican vendor looking for oxtails. That just ruined the whole experience for me. So I'll never do it. I'll never do that again. How do you run out of oxtails? How does that even happen? Matter of fact, I can tell you where it was at. It was on the corner right in front of the Scientology building. So whatever street that is, it's right in front of the Scientology building on the right corner. That's where it was posted up. Matter of fact, and then there was a Jamaican vendor, and then across the street was a hibachi vendor. So we ended up getting hibachi instead because they were out of oxtails. Yeah, true story. Yeah, I hear that a lot, and then when I experienced it, I was like, oh, they'll really like this. They're horrible at running their businesses. Horrible. Oh, they're terrible, man. They're terrible. Oh, they're terrible. I would never. Hey, let's go here. Did y'all know this? There was a brother that played he played the Pink Panther theme. So, legendary musician Plas Johnson passed away at 94. Beyond creating one of the most unforgettable movie themes ever, he also played alongside icons like Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, Ella Fitzgerald, and the Beach Boys. This is the guy that gave you the theme for Pink Panther. I want to see him play it. I'm going to get hit for it, but I'm here for it. I want to see him play it.
The Pink Panther theme has died. Plas Johnson. The 1963 film, The Pink Panther, that theme written by Henry Mancini, improvised by Plas Johnson. Johnson, a member of the elite group of the LA session musicians known as the Wrecking Crew, he was 94.
Wow, that's dope. That's dope. I'd love to see it. I 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 love to see that. Rest in peace, sir. Job well done. Job well done. Job well done. Okay, what is this? Don't worry, we're gonna get to Ariana Grande. Don't worry, we're gonna. I didn't forget. I want to go here for it first. Yo, whose child? Oh my god, Baltimore, y'all. Yo, come get y'all's kids. This a white kid. Mojo, this you? Mojo, is this your? This is Mojo's nephew, y'all. Hey, wait. This is Mojo's nephew. Wait.
Yo, watch your mouth, yo.
What you want to do?
Black ain't wrong, nigga is wrong. Black not wrong, nigga is wrong. What's wrong? What happened? He's a bitch. Damn, dummy. Oh, shit. What you trying to get? What you trying to get?
I was trying to buy some fucking toothpaste for my fucking sister, you bitch.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. Mojo, come get your nephew. Mojo, come get your nephew. Oh my god. That was funny. What is this? Oh, okay. Situational awareness. Did y'all see this story? Did y'all see this? Some Mountain Dew. Hey, do me a favor, please hit the like button. That's all I ask. Let's go. This is terrible. Did y'all see this story?
37-year-old sister, Falon Smith, was hit and killed by a CTA Red Line train.
No person is perfect. The judgment that's being passed on my sister for making a decision is terrible. The comments that's being made on Facebook are sickening.
At about 12:40 Thursday afternoon, Smith was on her way home from downtown. You can see her here looking down at the tracks after dropping her cell phone. It appears she talks with a passenger next to her in the red shirt, then jumps down. Another passenger in a white shirt carrying a red bag points down the platform where a security guard and dog are standing. Smith starts moving quickly towards the train.
Oh my God, you see it? Oh my God. Do you see it? Do you see it? Jeezy Pete's. Jeezy Pete's. Anybody want to make a wager how this turns out?
Her sister says there was a ladder there she was trying to reach, but she didn't make it in time.
Oh.
I've seen people get on icy lakes and save dogs and risk their lives.
Since Thursday, Smith's
Man, we're talking about a cell phone, not a dog.
family says this leaked video wasn't even the worst of it. She says other people on the platform took pictures of her sister's severed body on the tracks and posted them online.
And a human life, you have no love. You didn't lend a hand to pull her up, but you lend a hand to record her. Shame on you. Shame on you.
After her 30...
Oh, and she got split in half. This happened a few years ago. I didn't know. That's terrible. But you know what? I watched those videos from India or from the UK, and they just walk right in front for whatever reason and splat. That's crazy. That's crazy. I've been on for an hour. Okay, let's go here. Elon Musk. Now, there's no way you'll ever convince me this man is uber intelligent. There's no way this man created anything. To me, he's always been the face of Tesla. You can just tell he's not an engineer. But let's go here.
I mean, some people do loathe you.
Yes, some people do.
But do you understand why? Do you think what you're doing is helpful for Western democracy?
Maybe some people do loathe me. And that's probably true. I don't care. But the fact that, as you pointed out, 250 million people follow me is that I think a lot more people actually like me than don't. And I think a lot more people hate you and the media more than you realize. Do you realize the media is despised? Do you realize that journalists, the view of journalists is like a favorable view of journalists is like 15%.
I do know that in the United States.
So the shoe is on the other foot. They hate you. They hate you far more than they hate me.
I think there is certainly a loss of trust in journalism. I think in part there have been mistakes by journalists and journalism. I totally acknowledge that. But I also think that the kind of polarized environment, particularly on social media, fostered by the kinds of things you are pushing on X, actually helps this, makes it worse.
I don't think so. I think you're the problem, the media. And speaking of loathing,
this man's not an engineer of no type.
You're loathed far more than I am, and you don't seem to even realize that.
I think very few people know who I am relative to you, so I don't think I play in the same game.
The media collectively. So, I mean, you're hated.
This man's an idiot. This man's an idiot. Hey, oh shit, okay. What? Let me check my email. Oh shit, that's what's up. Hey, Stacy. Oh, thank you. We're good now. I appreciate that, hun. Thank you so much. I was just playing, but no, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All good. Always all good. Always good over here. Always. Yeah, that's what's up. Oh, is it on Patreon? Let me see. Did it upload? Okay. It's still uploading. Imagine that. But yeah, there's no way you'll convince me Elon Musk is who he says he is. Yes, stock promoter. I like that. I like that comment. Indeed. What is this here? Who is this? Let's go here. Let's do some money.
towards sample clearance. So how much did he actually keep? Let's follow the money. Last did 597.6 million streams on Spotify at the time of this recording. How much did that turn into? Across every platform and every right, Last made around $7.87 million. Remember that number. Burna Boy sampled Tony Braxton's He Wasn't Man Enough, which ran him an estimated $3.87 million right off the top. About $1.81 million went to the label. The producers took an estimated $103.3 thousand. Publishing and admin took about $909.7K, and his manager, who's actually his mother, earned an estimated $175.8 thousand. So what does that leave? Around $996.4K before paying any taxes. That worked.
Honestly, that's not bad. That, I know it sounds crazy, but that's really not bad.
Out to about 12.7% of the money that his own song made. Burna Boy slides in at the number 6 spot on our new highest retention leaderboard. Would you sign that deal? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to drop a like, and if you're enjoying the content,
yeah, that's not bad. That is not a bad. It's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. Okay, let's go here. I got time.
Loving County is a prime target for opportunistic outsiders.
They're not a religious cult, but it's a group of people that want to take over the government. One individual has purchased land, and he tries to recruit people to come out here and live. But there's no power, there's no water.
Now, the sheriff was referencing Dr. Malcolm Tanner, an out-of-state social media influencer.
We're going to make sure we're coming to every county. We're going to be 2,000 deep.
Tanner promised free homes and a $5,000 monthly stipend to 10,000 people.
Larry, I'm going to bring 10,000 people to Loving County, Texas as voters.
Guys, he ain't telling you the truth. There's nothing out there.
He purchased 10 acres of undeveloped land 40 minutes from Mentone. Since then, Texas's Attorney General sued Tanner. Illegal scheme. As the county's only black resident, Tanner says he's been targeted, intimidated, and harassed.
If you want to be a part of this, type yes in the chat.
We have a.
I'm gonna do a deeper insight into this story. Oh, also, did y'all see the Netflix special on Rashad Jamal? Hey, I'm not liking what I'm seeing right now, and what I mean by is I'm not liking seeing all these black men just labeled, cult leaders. And listen, Nature Boy, I get it. Cults are real, cults are deadly, and they do irreparable harm to the victims. I get all that. But now I'm starting to see this uptick in black cult leaders. Did anybody watch that Rashad Jamal Netflix documentary? Not even a month ago. This shit, and those people are still missing. Like there's like 6 members still missing. Did anybody watch this yet?
My name is Reuben Mitchell. I'm a father, I'm a preacher, I'm an advocate, I'm a contractor. But one of the main things that I know that my mission in life is now is to help families to locate their missing loved ones. Michaela and Malaya Wilkerson, they are missing, and they are with this cult, and with this cult, they are in danger. They don't realize it, but they are in danger. Through social media, I've built up Profit PI, an online group, and we donate time to find missing people and their kids, and we've helped locate over 300 plus missing children.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't like the sudden uptick in black male. I get it.
One of the
bad.
things that's concerning about this Missing 6 case is that it's been over 2 years since they have accessed any of their financial resources that they have at their disposal.
He's in prison. He's not getting out no time soon. And his 6 diehard members, and they got a couple kids with them, they're missing. So he's not a murderer. He's not a killer, right? He did touch the kids. That's horrible. Don't get me wrong. But the 6 people that are missing, they're missing because they don't want to be found. That's pretty much what I took from it. once again, it was on HBO Max, I believe, either HBO Max or Netflix. I forget which streaming site. Yeah, I'm just all of a sudden like, I've never heard of this dude. I don't have Facebook, so I wouldn't know who he was. But I never heard of the dude. And I'm sitting there watching this shit. I'm like, oh wow, another black documentary on black. Okay, all right.
So at this point, who is providing for those two small kids and why? And if the followers of Rashad Jamal helped them to disappear or forced the group to go somewhere, it's going to be a challenge to find them because the followers of Rashad Jamal are online and they could be anywhere in the nation or in the world.
Okay. It's about a 2 hour, and I felt bad for the father because his daughter was wrapped up in this stuff, and I get it, being a dad. This was his baby mama, and why she left him because he put a gun in her face, right? She left because he became violent, put a gun in her face, but she was with him, like she was with him in the very beginning before the money and the fame took over. Oh shit.
Another level. That's the cult that trapped my daughter.
People Magazine investigates the University of Cosmic Intelligence cult. All new special tonight at 9 on ID.
Yeah, this him. The University of this guy, Rashad Jamal. Did anybody watch this? Because this shit was crazy. And the 6 people are still missing. But they're all grown, right? A couple of them had a couple kids. It's like, what are you gonna do? So Rashad Jamal, known as Rashad Jamal White, he ended up. Okay, so 6 people from St. Louis, 2 of them young children, disappeared from a Quality Inn in Florissant, Missouri. The 4 adults of the group are all followers of Jamal, and law enforcement have connected their disappearance to Jamal's encouragement to his followers to go off the grid and cut off contact with their families. They quit their jobs, became increasingly isolated from family, and been seen engaging in nude meditation outdoors before their disappearance. Jamal was convicted of child molestation and cruelty to children in Georgia for sexually abusing a 10-year-old girl. He was given 18 years. They gave him 18 years in prison and 22 years of probation. Okay. Jamal's victim was the child of his former partner, Darshell Smith. That was the big girl, right? With whom she has a son. Because she said she walked in on him and there was a conversation. She saw signs but failed to act. What he did was despicable, disgusting, put him in a wood chipper. But there were signs that she ignored. If you watch the documentary, you can easily tell, like, okay, bitch, you weren't doing your job, right? Let's see. Smith stated that Jamal frequently subjected her and her children to screaming rants, and that she received harassment from his followers after she disclosed the abuse to law enforcement. Some of Jamal's followers continue to support him despite his conviction, maintaining Jamal's innocence and regarding his conviction and imprisonment as part of a deliberate plot to silence his teachings. After his conviction, UCI's social media pages implored followers to continue to send Jamal money. But these are the 6 people, the 4 adults and 2 children, still missing. Okay? They don't want to be found. Okay? Man, bro, I can't even begin to, I can't wrap my head around that shit, man. I don't know. I just think partying gone too wild and she got out of hand, and I mean, I've been at some parties where shit just goes left so quickly when alcohol and drugs are involved. I'm just like, what happened? How did we get here? So I've been in situations where shit just goes left really quick, and it's just like, what? I don't know. We'll probably never know what truly happened until somebody's arrested, until one of those kids cracks, until pressure's put on one of those kids. We're never going to know. Okay, what is this? All right, let's get to Ariana Grande. I feel so bad for her. Oh, let's go here. Do you care? This is the 2027 class Hollywood Walk of Fame. Okay. Let's go here. This is the 2027 class, Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, some of these people, I'm just like, really? Let's go here. Okay, in the category of motion pictures, Cheech and Chong, Idris Elba, Sam Elliott, Elle Fanning and Dakota Fanning, Kate Hudson, Delroy Lindo, Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell? Who? Ted Sarandos. Netflix? Sir, you run Netflix. Why are you... Okay. Listen, nobody respects it anymore. Just like nobody respects Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's all corporate. It's all corporate money now at this point. It's all for clicks and views. What in the hell? Sam Rockwell, Ted Sarandos is getting the Hollywood Walk of Fame, a star in the Hollywood. Why, sir? You're a disruptor. You want the movie theater to die. Why? What the irony of this? You want the movie theater to die. Sam Elliott, I get it. He's long time. I mean, shit, man. Sam Elliott's been around forever. I mean, he's had that mustache for 50 years. Delroy Lindo, sure. Idris, really, bruv? Idris, really, bruv? Listen, you got knighted by King Charles, sir. Now you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Yeah, I don't like this list at all. Let's continue. There's other categories. Sam Rockwell, for what? Kate Hudson, I mean, your parents are your parents. I don't know. I don't like this. Hudson makes sense to you? So you're okay with Kate? You're okay with Kate Hudson? Sam Elliott? I think Sam Elliott for sure. I listen, my for sures would be Sam Elliott and Delroy Lindo. Kate Hudson is, supreme nepo baby, but she made it work for her. Cheech and Chong, I don't know. The Fannings, I don't know, but definitely not goddamn Sam Rockwell and Ted Sarandos. Let's continue. In the category of television, David Alan Grier, Lisa Kudrow, Bill Lawrence, Pedro Pascal, Adam Scott, Jeff Probst, Keke Palmer, Raven Simone. Now, what say y'all? What say y'all? What say y'all? Okay. So we agree Cheech and Chong, Sam Elliott, Delroy Lindo, Kate Hudson. But no to Idris, the Fannings, Sam Rockwell, and Ted Sarandos. Okay. Now out of David Alan Grier, Lisa Kudrow, Bill Lawrence, Pedro, Adam, Jeff, Keke, and Raven, who we got? Pascal and Palmer, no. No Pedro? Man, listen, wait. Club, wait. Club, wait, bruh. Pedro has done a lot. And like his run is still kind of ongoing. Like he's had a crazy run. After Game of Thrones, right? After that episode with the mountain, the snake and the viper, like he's been on a crazy, almost generational run. I don't know, man. I don't know. You can make a case for Adam Scott? You can. So we agree with David. We agree with Lisa. I'm not familiar with Bill Lawrence. We definitely say no to Keke. What has she done? But she is hilarious, but I'll give her that. But no, my wife was watching The Burbs. I tried to watch it with her, and I can't. She liked that. She liked The Burbs. I can't get into it. Raven Simone, long overdue. Raven Simone should have had this shit 5, 6, 7 years ago. Raven Simone, long overdue. Jeff Probst, I mean, I don't know, man. You just been hosting the same show for 20 years. Is that really like worthy of a star? What say y'all? Yeah, Jeff got the Survivor for 25 years. Pedro, yes. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Pedro had a stupid run, y'all. Pedro is still having a stupid run. Like, he's still in the midst of it. Okay, wait. Let's see what he got coming up. Upcoming Pedro. Like, he's still in he's Doomsday, Secret Wars, Behemoth. Like, come on, y'all. Yeah, he's in the MCU. Y'all, I don't know, y'all. Like, let's he had a stupid ass run, man. Stupid dumb run. Like, a run that makes no damn sense. Like, he killed it on Saturday Night Live, you know. Y'all, come on. I don't know, y'all. Like, yeah, I like Triple Frontier. I forgot about Equalizer 2. Kingsman, Golden Circle, Narcos. Listen, that's when I first seen him. Oh no, it was Game of Thrones, and then he popped up in Narcos. I was like, wow, like, he killed it in Narcos. Killed it. Yeah, Game of Thrones. Yep, Oberlin Martell. But he been working. I mean, look at all this shit before Game of Thrones. Homeland, Red Widow, Nikita, CSI, Charlie's Angels. Like, he's been working. SVU, Adjustment Bureau. Wow, I need to go back and rewatch that. Nurse Jackie, that was a good series. Wow, he's been working. I mean, he's been Buffy, NYPD Blue. But I'm going to say his run, like, he was working, right? Unknown, still unknown kind of. But Game of Thrones, I think he just took off after Game of Thrones. I just think after that, it's like, he's out of here. And that was in 2014. And so the next one I thought he popped off was, let's see, Narcos. Took him to the out of here. 2015. Kingsman. Yeah, he was out of here, man. 2014, he's out of here. Yeah. Pedro been working. But 2014, he was like, rocket boosters, I'm out of here. Later, bitches. He was out of here, man. Shit. Yeah, he was out of here. I think The Last of Us was another rocket, another boost. Because once they killed off his character, once they killed off Joel, those numbers, went to hell. And then he was doing the Mandalorian series. I'm okay with Pedro, y'all. I'm okay with Pedro. Let me go back to it. Yeah, I'm okay with Pedro. So we agree. I'm not letting the fannies in. I won't let them in. So we can see David Allen Greer, Lisa, Pedro, Adam, Raven. But hell no to Keke Palmer, Jeff, and Bill Lawrence. Yeah, Keke hasn't done anything more memorable. Okay, recording. This is for music. This is important. Probably the best selection. Carol G, I think it's too early for her. David Guetta, yeah. Waylon Jennings, yes. Long overdue. The Ramones, yes. Grandmaster Flash, sure. Sia, yes. Smashing Pumpkins, yes. Linkin Park, hell yes. Lil Wayne, hell yes. Mark Shaman, yeah, sure. Okay. Matter of fact, yeah, this whole class should get in. I'm okay with this whole class. This music class right here. No, except Carol G. I think it's too early for Carol G. Too early for Carol G. Give her another 5, 6, 7 years. I think it's too early. It's too early for Carol G. But everybody else, in. Okay, what do you say? What say you guys? What say you guys? Yeah, everybody except Carol G. All right. Okay, now let's get to Ariana Grande. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Oh, pole thing. Ariana Grande, polo thing. Polo thing. Okay, where's my variety? Here we go. Let's go here first. All right, Ariana Grande. To take a step back. Mind you, she was supposed to be in the next American Horror Stories, The Coven. She was initially signed on to be American Horror AHS, The Coven. I was disappointed that she had to drop out. All right. So let's go here. Ariana Grande stepping out of the spotlight for an extended break after she wraps her Eternal Sunshine tour. The rep's statement cited ongoing public scrutiny as one of the reasons for the pause. Ariana will be taking a step back from visibility after she completes the Eternal Sunshine tour. She looks forward to finishing the tour and ending it on a high note, both healthily and happily, and then taking a much-deserved break from public-facing work and appearances, which has led to endless ongoing public scrutiny. This tour has been a beautiful experience for her. She loves her fans and has loved every minute of this tour so much. Okay. And the Eternal Sunshine tour wraps on September 1st, meaning Grande is gunning for a break starting in the early fall. However, Grande is soon starring in The Focker-in-Law alongside Robert De Niro and Ben Stiller. That film is positioned to be a holiday hit for Universal and arrives in theaters the day before Thanksgiving. Okay. Let's see. The public scrutiny mentioned by the rep could point to several things. In recent years, as Grande has risen to superstardom, her physical appearance has been put under the microscope in certain online circles. Her Pedal music video, which was released on Friday, reignited fans' concerns about her weight loss. Okay. She's a 3-time Grammy winner, Nickelodeon child star. Let's see. Let's go take a look at that video. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how bad. Ooh. Okay. I can already look at her neck. I can already look at her neck. This is gonna be bad. Now you listen. You know I love me some sternum. You know I love me a chest bone. I love some rib cage. But even I be like, wait a minute, sis, aren't you hungry? Don't you want to eat a steak? Oh, that's not good, y'all. That's not good. Oh, that's not good. Okay, it gets worse. It gets worse. Hold on. It gets worse. Shit. Okay. Ariana Grande addressed the comments about her appearance and body. She explained that the version of her body many people considered healthy was actually the unhealthiest period of her life. She revealed that she was taking antidepressants, drinking while on them, eating poorly, and going through personal struggles. She also reminded people that there are many different ways to look healthy and asked everyone to stop speculating about other people's bodies. According to Ariana, people should stay out of her personal business and focus on their own lives. Everyone is going through something, and just because her struggles are more visible doesn't mean they should become a topic for the entire world. Ma'am, you are not well. Okay? She is not well. Okay? Now listen, I like thin, rail thin, skinny. I like that. But even I'm like, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. Okay? This is dangerous. Okay? Look how little she is. I hate this for her. Oh, I hate this for her. Okay. Yeah, this is where we're at with it right now, y'all. She is not well. I mean, you can see this shit in her. Jeez, you can count her spinal column. My God, man, this is not good. Not good at all. Yeah, exactly. See, that's what's, yeah, perfect freeze frame. This is my first time seeing the video. Jeez, that's horrible. Definitely, they put those women through some shit for sure. For sure. Oh. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3. Like, this is too much, even for me. Oh my goodness. You know, too much fat loss can cause diabetes, which is a crazy thing, right? If you're too skinny, you can become diabetic. Okay, so here, let's go here. Multiple sources who were at the same private after party in Malibu last night are swearing that Ariana Grande and Jonathan Bailey were seen leaving together in the same black SUV around 2:40 a.m. less than 48 hours after she publicly stepped away from the limelight and dropped out of their West End show together. One insider claims they weren't just catching up. Okay. Apparently, the two were locked in a very long, very quiet conversation on the balcony that ended with Bailey's hand on the small of her back as they slipped out of the entrance. Meanwhile, Ricky Alvarez, her recently rekindled ex, was supposedly still at a different table inside the party when they left. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, you can't do that. That's horror activity. She's literally trying to step out of the spotlight, and y'all still got her in the SUV at 2:40 a.m. That ain't right. Jeezy Pete's. Yeah, that's not good, y'all. This is not good at all. Okay, let's go here. I'm a 90s girl, and us millennials are always going to have body image issues. We were raised on heroin chic. The models of our generation lived on Diet Coke and cigarettes. We love anywhere from 1 to 3 zeros on our waistline and many zeros in our bank accounts. Many of the celebrities we grew up on suffered from anorexia. Ariana Grande is on another level. I said this over a year and a half ago that she is no longer attractive and needs help. Maybe even an exorcism and Jesus to save her. I think she's almost at most 75 pounds. Our anorexic celebrities back then were around 95 pounds. And that was already the danger zone. I do not know what to say. This woke generation is so freaking backwards. They tell us you cannot talk about women's bodies. Then they ask, what is a woman? Then they tell us fat is beautiful. Then they tell us men can be women. So now they do not know what the F to do with themselves. They think how Ariana Grande looks is attractive and healthy because that is her business. No, she looks like absolute shit. Somebody better lock her up ASAP and get her help. I think she is probably a negative size 10. This is not normal whatsoever. Our celebs who had ribs coming out and their clavicles popping out never looked this bad. Even when they looked too thin and it was in dangerous territory, they still looked somewhat attractive. This is next level. This generation has no idea what normal is anymore. Okay? In case you're not from my generation, here are some magazine covers and pictures of the celebrities we grew up with, along with the headlines that surrounded us. This is why we are so obsessed with weight. As you can see, as skinny as some of them are, nobody comes close to Ariana, in my opinion. Okay. I remember these. Yeah, Kate Bosworth. Yeah. I remember Nicole Richie. Yeah. I remember. Okay. Mojo said a concentration camp. I'm done, sir. I'm done. I see your 90s and raise you the 80s, where they weighed us in gym class in front of everyone, then shouted out your weight. The Dexatrim was speed and available. Yeah, that's right. Gen X, man, we've been here. Dexatrim was speed and available everywhere. Weight Watchers had a team program, and it was perfectly fine to call anyone a fat pig because fat was evil. Yeah, the 80s were brutal. Wow. After the generation before had Twiggy, I was called fat because my mom and most of my friends were size 0 through 2, and I was 6. Wild, remember Devil Wears Prada, the original, when it wasn't woke, said 0 is the new 2 and 2 is the new 4, and Andy is called fat for being a size 6. That's right, Dexatrim. It was in the clear, it was not a gel, but a tablet. Yeah. Wow. Let's go here. As a millennial who had an ED and was hospitalized for it, I know my people, and she is the village chief of ED at this point. She is exhibiting every effing sign. We grew up hearing about Karen Carpenter. She was on a lot of anorexic sites as inspo. She died trying to get help. Her heart gave out. She was so malnourished that her heart couldn't take eating even a small amount of food. That's where she is. She is losing herself to this disorder. Someone in her circle needs to do something. Okay. I was with you until the woke generation part. This happens in every generation, from Twiggy to Karen Carpenter to Gia Karanji to Kate Moss to Britney to Christina to Amy Winehouse. This is the result of the industry. Ariana's not wokeness. I agree. We lost Karen Carpenter, who was also a singer. She played drums too. I don't know if you know Olivia Newton-John from the movie Grease, but she tried to save her, but she died of a heart attack due to being too skinny at 83 pounds. She's skinnier than Callista Flockhart ever was, Ally McBeal, and people were really worried about her back in the 90s. Okay. I was born in 75. This is what was promoted in the 90s and 2000s. Models were dropping dead on catwalks. I remember Dexatrim. They had a commercial for it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna leave it there, man. Yeah, pray for this young woman. Pray for this young woman. She going through it. Look at this shit here. These motherfuckers stupid. Why are they like this? What are we doing? What is this? Why? What is that? Is this AI? What are we doing? Okay. Jamila Jamil doubles down on her stance regarding Ariana Grande's appearance after receiving backlash for her initial comments on Ariana possibly dying and even using her own battle with anorexia to support her view. I said possibly, my God, and my point stands that this is deeply irresponsible for all the people involved to deliver this aesthetic as glamorous to many billions of girls and women consuming this imagery. Trying to use this as a bitch fight is disgusting and missing the point. making you part of the problem. I feel extremely bad for Ariana, having almost died of anorexia myself, and it was only due to the people around me intervening insensitively once I willfully ignored and sort of enjoyed their careful concern that I survived. I don't know Ariana and pray she recovers. I don't think she's in the comment sections of tiny posts, but young girls watching are. And we need to signal to them that this is not the time to pretend this is okay just because we shouldn't talk about other people's bodies. This is the same imagery we are all allowed to respond to with sadness and horror when it's on a child in Gaza. We do not pretend that it is not appropriate to comment on how thin they are. We don't have to pretend we are blind because it's a pop star. Everyone is killing her by normalizing this. Silence is complicity. When it gets this far, look at Karen Carpenter. The extenuating the thinness with the outfit is how we can guess this is likely not some physical ailment. This is a statement, one that can harm little girls everywhere, which I don't think she would ever want for them. Are we waiting for a star to die before we admit the beauty standard is out of control? Man, it's been out of control. It's been out of control. This is nothing new, sadly, y'all. We've been down this road many, many times before. Sing her ass off though. That little heifer can sing her ass off. She sing her little ass off. Bless her heart. Man, Twitter is not for the weak. It is not for the weak. Twitter is not for the weak. She says, the announcement is not a reactive or impulsive thing. It's a plan that I quietly made a long time ago. It's a decision that was made from a thoughtful and an empowered place. Heard that my fans were worried that negativity was ruining things for me, but I just have to say that could not be more the fuck opposite. This is not what that is. Multiple things can be true at the same time. Boundaries can need to be set. Human beings can need a break sometimes. This will continue to be the greatest experience of my professional creative life. Okay. Let's go here. Ariana Grande wears shirts like this so you can see how every chest bone and rib is poking out. Competitive thinness and flaunting can absolutely be a big part of anorexia. Not everyone hides how thin they are. It is also a cry for help. Shame on everyone close to her for letting this continue. I mean, this ain't nothing new. Oh, they done did her dirty. Why they do her like that? Okay. Yeah, this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. All right. I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out of here. Any word from Big Sean? For what? For what? Matter of fact, let's go down the Karen Carpenter rabbit hole real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Karen Carpenter. An immensely talented woman. Immensely talented woman. Immensely talented. Immensely talented. So she died from heart failure in 83 at the age of 32. Her death was caused by chemical imbalances and permanent physical damage linked to her long-term battle with anorexia nervosa. She passed away at her parents' home in Downey, California after suffering a cardiac arrest. Although she had recently sought treatment and gained some weight back, years of severe dieting and stress had already weakened and permanently damaged her heart muscles. Wow.
Skeletal, you know, but her little body, I mean, just, she was wearing a blouse and I just gave her a hug as always, but I felt like if I'd gone one more squeeze, it would have crunched, you know? Face looked...
Terrible, terrible. Immensely talented. Immensely talented. It's a lot to take in. Her family didn't really help the situation at all. Let's go here.
She was a young girl. She was 32 years old.
The day that Karen died, I was in the back of my pasta shop, standing up, and the phone rang. A friend of mine who's the detective, who was or still is, I'm not sure, a detective, a big detective down in the LAPD, called me. And he said, Maria Luisa, I hope you're sitting. I said, why? What happened? I thought maybe somebody died, a relative of his. And he said, Karen is dead. I said, Karen Carpenter is dead? But just saying that gives me the goosebumps. But I said, Phil, how do you know? He said, well, I know everything, right? I said, yeah, what happened? She died in a car accident? What happened? So he told me that she died in her closet in the upstairs in Downey. And I said, what happened? He said, well, it's like there's a lamp and there's the power, and then there's a lamp, there's the bulb, and there's the wire, but there's no juice, and that's what happened to Karen. She had no juice left in her body to sustain her. So the electrolytes, they were gone. And I was like, I don't know what I did for the rest of the day, but I remember that I couldn't think, and I couldn't believe that this happened. And I thought, oh my God, I just was beside myself.
I had heard the statistics that it was one of the few mental illnesses that can lead to fatality. Obviously there's suicide, but one that is not you deliberately making an act of choice to end your life. Although some could say having an eating disorder is a slow form of suicide. That certainly is what I came to believe about myself later. But to have had that last phone call with her where she seemed so upbeat and so hopeful, and then to have not only somebody die, but somebody that well-known, that well-loved, to suddenly be gone was such a shock. It was like, if it can happen to her, it can happen to anybody. She could have had the best doctor. She could have had the best treatment. She could have, and she wasn't immune. And I think that made a lot of people who had been battling with eating disorders sit up and take notice, okay, this is more serious than I realized.
People like Olivia Newton-John and people like that would say, what are you doing to your body? Petula Clark and stuff like that would say, what's going on with you, Karen? Your skin and bones. And you can die from this. But I don't think she ever really got it. Of course, it was a brand new disease in those days, so there wasn't a lot of...
I was about to say, and they didn't know what anorexia was back then. Shit, yeah, okay.
There wasn't a lot of a paper trail where you could read about this stuff. And
it's hard to know without, somebody that was there to document everything that she was saying and doing and who she was speaking to and which doctor she was seeing. I imagine some people, on an investigative expedition could probably put a lot of those pieces together. But I don't know if the Ipecac was something that she mentioned it to me when we had our phone calls, and that was both before and during her treatment. So I know she was using it beforehand. It might have been something that she continued using or maybe upped the usage of when she returned to California. But the problem with Ipecac is it stays in your system. And it not only does the damage, it continues to do damage. And so even if she had not been using the Ipecac by the time she got to California, the fact that she had all these other stressors going on in her body and in her heart, plus that, it couldn't have been a good combination. It obviously wasn't, but I don't know whether she was still abusing Ipecac at that point. But again, like I say, putting on the weight, while it looks good to the people who think that anorexia is just about being too thin, it actually can be a little bit dangerous, because especially if you have not had a strong heart to begin with, the sudden gain of weight to a body that has been stressed out and thin and malnourished and not functioning under the best of circumstances can be a real strain on an already weakened heart. So it might have looked good to people, but it might have also been one of the contributing factors because she had not dealt with the root cause yet. She had gained some weight, but that's just a symptom. That's not the real problem.
Her body had just been deteriorated for so long. Of course, I didn't know the reason until later that she had heart failure and all that. But yeah, her body was eaten. Her organs were just eaten.
I knew that she was at risk, but I didn't even dream that she was close to dying. I mean, if we had, we would have been there because everybody would have. It was I don't think anyone thought that it was approaching death. That was the part that, and again, I had seen her, and just before that, I had seen her at the end of December. So we were talking about 2 months before I had seen her. She looked more frail, but there was no indication of death. She was holding my kids. And I was telling her that we were moving to Washington, D.C., and we were going out on the road for several days with President Reagan. It was just unbelievable. It was just like all of a sudden life changed, because this shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't have happened.
She didn't want to die, for sure.
Okay, let's leave it there. This is depressing. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you all for coming through. Everybody that I apologize for that that first live. Y'all blame Stacy for that shit. Publish that. All right, so that shit show is officially on Patreon. Y'all have at it with that. But no, thank you all for coming through, as always. And tomorrow I officially training for work, so it'll be a late show for me tomorrow. So the next time you guys see me, it'll be late for me. But I'll be back tomorrow for sure. Not all good. We just, God damn it. All good, sis. All good. Let me get out of here and get ready to get my night routine started. So thank y'all for coming through as always. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's night. I will do the same.
One of the ops, Rex, to catch my taste, put him in chase. You live on like a piss, look like a dog.